It's a smack in the face for the people of London that little guy, Sadiq Khan, is going to get a knighthood. What's he done for this city? And worse and worse. It's not safe to walk the streets, particularly if you're a woman. Yeah, women are terrified to walk the streets of this city, of people who've been stabbed to death on the streets of London during Sadiq Khan's god-awful regime.
Imagine a city where crime rates skyrocket, housing becomes unaffordable, and expressing your faith could lead to a police visit. Welcome to Sadiq Khan's London. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. In this video, we take you on a journey through the streets of a once great city, now grappling with the consequences of failed leadership. Will Khan's knighthood be the final straw? Since 2016, London has seen a staggering 71% increase in knife crime. This alarming statistic marks the beginning of Sadiq Khan's controversial tenure as Mayor of London. When Khan took office, he promised a safer, more affordable city for all Londoners.
There's a petition now to stop this guy getting a knighthood. It's over the 100,000 mark. Can we stop?
Well, I think the enormous problem is that we've got a series of unresolved issues that many people are very concerned about. Everything from crime on the streets to the situation with housing. And we at Together, the Together Association, did a big piece of work with Ben Pyle, 2 reports that at first people were nervous about because people couldn't quite believe that perhaps the mayor's office would just blatantly lie.
His charismatic speeches and progressive agenda won him widespread support, painting a picture of a leader ready to tackle the capital's most pressing issues. However, the reality of Khan's leadership has fallen far short of his lofty promises. As crime rates continue to soar, many Londoners find themselves questioning the effectiveness of his policies. Khan's approach to crime prevention, which includes community policing initiatives and youth engagement programs, has been criticized as insufficient in the face of rising violence. Critics argue that his focus on softer measures has come at the expense of robust law enforcement strategies. The housing crisis in London has also worsened under Khan's watch. Despite pledges to build more affordable homes, many residents are still struggling to find housing within their means. The average house price in London has skyrocketed, pushing many families to the brink of financial instability. Khan's attempts to address this issue through various housing schemes have been labelled as too little, too late by frustrated Londoners. As public dissatisfaction grows, the disconnect between Khan's public image and the harsh realities faced by citizens becomes increasingly apparent. While he continues to tout his achievements in reducing poverty and pollution, many Londoners feel that their immediate concerns about safety and housing are being ignored. This growing sense of frustration has led to a surge in protests and public outcry against Khan's leadership. The extent of this discontent became clear when news broke of a petition against Khan's potential knighthood. In a matter of days, over 50,000 people had signed their names, expressing their opposition to the honor. This rapid mobilization of public sentiment speaks volumes about the deep-seated frustration many Londoners feel towards their mayor. So, how have crime rates in London truly changed under Khan's leadership? Beyond the headline-grabbing statistic on knife crime, we've seen increases across various categories of offences, from burglaries to violent assaults. The numbers paint a grim picture of a city grappling with a severe safety crisis. These rising crime rates stand in stark contrast to Khan's promises of a safer London, fueling the growing wave of public discontent. As we delve deeper into the manifestations of this discontent, it's clear that Londoners are no longer willing to accept empty promises and polished public relations. The once popular mayor now faces a city divided, with citizens demanding real solutions to the pressing issues affecting their daily lives. Just when you thought public opinion of Sadiq Khan couldn't sink any lower, an announcement from Buckingham Palace has thrown fuel on the fire. How did a mayor facing intense criticism for rising crime and housing woes end up on the shortlist for one of Britain's highest honours? The reasons behind this decision and the furious backlash it's ignited reveal deep fault lines in British society. Knighthoods in the UK are steeped in centuries of tradition, meant to recognise exceptional achievements or service to the nation. They're typically reserved for individuals who've made significant contributions in fields like science, the arts, or public service. So when news broke that Sadiq Khan was set to receive this prestigious honour, many Londoners were left scratching their heads in disbelief. The public's reaction was swift and overwhelmingly negative. Social media platforms erupted with comments expressing shock, anger, and frustration. Many questioned the criteria used to select Khan for this honour, given the numerous challenges facing London under his leadership. The disconnect between the political establishment's view of Khan and the everyday experiences of Londoners couldn't be more stark. So what's behind Khan's nomination? Some speculate it's more about political connections and influence than actual accomplishments. The New Year Honours list, after all, has long been criticised for favouring the well-connected over truly deserving individuals. Khan's potential knighthood seems to reinforce this perception, further widening the gap between political elites and ordinary citizens. The depth of public dissatisfaction became abundantly clear when a petition against Khan's knighthood gained traction. In just 2 days, over 50,000 people had signed their names in opposition. This rapid spread speaks volumes about the frustration brewing among Londoners. It's not just about a title, it's about accountability and the feeling that their voices are being ignored. Reform Assembly member Alex Wilson didn't mince words, describing the potential knighthood as a kick in the teeth to Londoners. His statement captures the sentiment of many who feel Khan's tenure has been marked more by broken promises than genuine achievements. As the petition numbers continue to climb, it's worth asking, what does this groundswell of opposition really signify? It's more than just anger over a single honour. This backlash reflects a deeper crisis of faith in the political system. Londoners are sending a clear message that they want leaders who deliver results, not just accolades. The controversy surrounding Khan's knighthood raises broader questions about political accountability in the UK. How can the honours system be reformed to better reflect genuine public service? And more importantly, how can the growing divide between political elites and the public be bridged? As this story continues to unfold, it's clear that the answers to these questions will have far-reaching implications for the future of British democracy. The stark contrast between Sadiq Khan's potential knighthood and the widespread public dissatisfaction in London couldn't be more glaring. As over 50,000 people rush to sign a petition against his honour, it's clear that many Londoners feel betrayed by a leader who promised safety and affordability but delivered rising crime rates and a housing crisis. This situation raises a crucial question. How can we ensure that our political honours truly reflect public service rather than political connections? The backlash against Khan's nomination highlights a growing disconnect between political elites and ordinary citizens. It's a wake-up call for a system that seems increasingly out of touch with the realities faced by everyday people. As viewers, it's more important than ever to stay informed and engaged in local politics. The future of our communities depends on active citizens who are willing to hold their leaders accountable. Whether it's attending council meetings, supporting grassroots initiatives, or simply staying informed about local issues, your involvement matters. After all, a truly knight-worthy leader should be one who earns the respect and support of those they serve, not just their political peers.